What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you're one of my friends. I wanted to walk you guys through what it looks like to go healthy grocery shopping. I have not been the best eater my whole life. I was raised by a person that is a phenomenal eater. My mother literally just eats to fuel her body. She said that as long as I can remember. And I unfortunately did not pick up that gene. I really thought once I got older, I would just decide to start eating healthy, and that's just not how that works apparently. Sick. You have to apparently put an effort in, which is really, really unfortunate, but here we are. So one of the things that I think that I struggled with the most when I started to try to learn how to eat healthy was even just knowing where to start. And really, you start at the grocery store. So I would go there though, and even if I would make a list, or we all have a pretty good idea of what foods are healthy and what foods are not healthy. It always seemed I didn't know what combinations to make. I could look up recipes. I don't really know how to explain why my brain just couldn't wrap itself around what to do. But it really made the process defeating, and I'd never was able to get anything done. I just would give up all the time and then just eat fast food. That being said, I'm gonna walk you guys through my entire process of how I plan what I'm going to be eating for the week, then how I create my grocery list, and then actually going shopping, and then we'll do a little haul about what I bought at the end. So it'll be a good example of what I do, but again, and I've said this before, this is what I do, these are the foods that I buy, and even if you go to the store with the same exact grocery list and make the same exact foods and eat the same exact things, you are not going to get the same exact results as I do. So make sure that you are manipulating and changing things that are best going to suit you, so that you can make this a lifestyle and not just a short-term diet that you're gonna do for a little while and then quit and fall back off and then gain the weight back or lose the results that you got from changing your diet and eating the way you want to be. I also want to mention that your girl is broke, so this is a very much affordable, easy to do healthy grocery shopping experience. I know that a lot of the stipulation with healthy eating is that it is expensive, but that's not an excuse. It is easy to find things and it is easy to make it work. Anybody can eat healthy. It is a really shitty thing that it seems like unhealthy food is so much more affordable and easy, but that is why we live the unhealthy American lifestyle, or so many of us live like that. If you just put a little bit of effort in, you're going to get more bang for your buck, and you're going to have a good nutritional arsenal of a fridge to choose from. Stick around, hang out with me, and I am going to first show you guys how I even know what the hell I'm going to get at the grocery store.
1, 2, 3, funk it.
I want to start by saying you absolutely do not have to buy anything, but something that has really helped me out a lot is I went onto Etsy and I got a digital download meal planner. That's because I can use it on my iPad, but you could get that and print it. You could even just go to Walgreens, get a notebook, look one up, and write down what it says in the notebook if you want. But having a planner has really helped me organize what I'm gonna get and almost know what I should be looking for when I'm trying to meal prep, or trying to prep my plan, if that makes sense. Okay, so this meal planner has 5 notebooks in it, and I'll go ahead and put the Etsy link down below, so if you guys want to use this planner specifically, you'll have access to it. But again, don't buy something if you don't want to buy something, or if you don't know you're gonna commit to it. I make that mistake constantly, that I buy things way too soon, and I really didn't need to buy anything. So, but it really is I think it's $2 or something like that. So it's great. Anyways, these notebooks. So the first one I have is food. And this one has stuff like fridge inventory, freezer inventory, pantry inventory. It also has meal ideas, favorite foods. I don't really use this as much, as you can tell. I do though really like the pantry and freezer and fridge inventory, just so I know what I have. It's made it really helpful to just take with me. I can export this page to my phone, take it with me to the store, and if I am there and I think like, oh shit, do I have that? I know that I can go to my inventory and I do have it. So that's helpful in saving money as well. Then there is a grocery notebook, which is super cool. It's got a spot that you can put groceries based on their category. It also has just a blank page for you. And then it also has, and I love this like checklist. And I actually use both when I do my grocery shopping. I go through this whole list to see if there's anything that stands out to me here. And then once I compile everything on my grocery list and then I come up with the recipes that I'm going to be making that week, I then turn to my blank grocery list and I'm able to fill that out from there and export that page to my phone to bring with me to the store. Then I have a monthly meal planner. I do not use this one, I'm going to be honest with you, just because it's not very convenient. I've thought about though using it for like a mood tracker, but not a mood tracker, but like I can color in the days that I did well on eating and the days that I didn't do well on eating. Obviously I haven't done that, but it's definitely an idea that I'm kind of toying with. So if that's something that you think might be beneficial or good for you to see how your meals correlate with your performance in the gym or correlate with your mental health, you can go back and see the days that maybe you weren't so great and the days that you didn't eat so great, and see if that is part of the reason why you're running into those issues. So I think that's a cool way to use this as well. Then there is a recipe notebook. This notebook, I kind of put these like categories in here, and I have this great notes app that helps me do so. So I have like entrees, sides, desserts, appetizers, drinks, all of this stuff in here, but they're just recipe cards. So super easy to use. And then I just go on, and anytime I find a recipe that I really like, or I hear a good recipe, I can write it down in here. It is a little bit of a hassle to like write everything down instead of just screenshotting it. But if you screenshot it and then when you have time, you can write it down. It's a really nice way to have all of your recipes in one place. So then you can go back and have just like one spot that you're looking through for recipes instead of perusing things that, you know, looking through the internet or trying to find a screenshot in your whole camera roll. So that's been really helpful, and I really liked this notebook as well. And then lastly, there is a weekly meal planner, and I do love to use this one. It has the 3 meals and then Monday through Sunday, and it's made it a little bit easier to know what I'm going to be eating. This really helps just like healthy eating in general, not necessarily the grocery shopping aspect of it, but having everything mapped out for myself and knowing ahead of time at the beginning of the week what I'm going to be eating each day makes it a lot easier for me to plan to eat the right thing because I know what I'm doing. Having the idea of what I'm going to be doing ahead of time, for whatever reason, just like makes it easier for me. And that is like my number one thing that I need, is for it to be easy and accessible. Because if it's not, and I have to like, it sounds like so sad, but if I have to put like brain power into it, or like if I don't have a plan, I'm just kind of like, oh, I don't know what I want, I'm just gonna go to Taco Bell. So having this and being like, oh yeah, that's right, for lunch I said I was gonna eat this. And then just to say as well, just to talk about what I specifically do, I try to eat 5 times during the day. That's specific to my wanting to gain muscle goals. And so I have these 3 main meals to make sure that I'm eating, but in between I might make a snack for myself, like a tuna bowl or a protein shake or something like that. But that's something that I know in my own head, since it's something smaller, it's easier. I don't necessarily have to plan it out, but having my 3 focus meals planned out here, it's helped a shit ton. So now we're actually going to figure out what we're going to be getting from the grocery store. So I'm going to go ahead and start by planning what I'm going to be eating this week. I do already have an idea of what I want to do. So that's helpful. I got these ideas just from learning about the fitness industry, figuring out what my goals are, watching YouTube videos, looking up recipes online, all of that kind of stuff. So do whatever you need to do in order to figure out how to plan your meals. But this is how I'm gonna go ahead and plan mine. So I'm gonna go ahead and get in here and start planning out my breakfast first. I know that I work from home on Mondays and Fridays, so I know that that means that I have a little bit more time to make myself something to eat on those days, obviously, as well as Saturday and Sunday. That's my schedule. Lunch for me is going to be super simple so that I get it done, because I have a hard time getting lunch in. Middle of the day, I get busy, I'm doing things, and I don't prioritize eating. I have a really hard time prioritizing eating, and so I have to make it as simple as possible for myself. So I'm going to do the same exact lunch every single day so that the days that I'm at work, I can pack it in my bag to take to work with me, or I can have it packed already in my fridge, meal prepped in my fridge, so that I can just grab it, eat it, and go. So now, that being said, dinner is when I like to get a little bit more creative. So before I plan all of my dinners, I'm gonna go ahead and take to Pinterest to find a couple meals that I want to make this week. I don't like to just eat the same thing every day, like I literally just said. Like, I can't just eat a protein and rice every single second of every single day. That being said, though, I also can't commit to making a meal every single night. I don't want to pay for that, one, and two, I know myself and I know that I won't do it, and I would rather have something simple to eat really quick than going to get fast food because I didn't feel like making dinner that night, setting myself for failure, basically. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark in here a couple of the days that I am just going to be eating a protein and a carb, or a protein and a veggie, and then we'll go over to Pinterest and we'll pick out 3 meals that I can make for more creativity, more fun, more tasty things for dinner this week. So the weekend is when I tend to get a little more lax on my discipline. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my cheat meal of the week on Friday night. Now, if that doesn't work out, if that doesn't happen, if I end up doing something this week that I need to move that cheat meal around, I can absolutely do so. But just for scheduling purposes, I'm gonna go ahead and put that on Friday because that's most likely when I would be eating off diet. So now we're gonna go ahead and make our grocery list. So let me go back over to my grocery tab, and I'm gonna start with the checklist. It's easier for me to make sure that I don't forget anything, or if I see something on there that maybe is not in my recipes, but I know that I need to get, I can go ahead and add it in here now. We're good to go on the checking off list. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go through each of my meals that I chose and make sure that I have all of the correct seasonings for them, and figure out on my blank list what I need to put, so then I can just move everything from my checked off list and from my meal planner and from my recipes over onto my blank list. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Okay, so we have our planner made, we have our grocery list made, so now all we have to do is go get the stuff. So we're gonna go over to the store and go from there. I've literally forgot my grocery list, so I have to go back and get it. Okay, so don't let the branding throw you off, because naturally you would think that the sea salt popcorn is probably going to be better than the winter popcorn. But if you actually look at that, the calories is so much lower on the butter popcorn compared to the sea salt popcorn. So if you're trying to pick an option that's not so calorie dense, you can 100% go with the vegan popcorn if you're going to be buying popcorn anyways. Obviously there's other options out there, but just a tip. Frank has to be the one to pick the steak because Frank is the one that is going to be the one making the steak. So I don't know how to do that. Look at all the stuff! We did good!
Indeed we did.
The part that they don't tell you when you get into fitness is that this is a part of exercising. It's all part of the results. I was able to get pretty much everything that I thought that I was gonna get. We got a bunch of frozen veggies, easy, greens. And then I got a few of the smoothie fruit. Frank's showing you his steak. He's really excited to make it. I'm also really excited for him to make it. Like I said, I don't know how to do it, so he had to pick out the steak. But what kind did you get?
I just got the top round steak. It's pretty lean. It's almost like a 3-to-1 fat ratio, so you're gonna get a third of the fat compared to the protein. So ideally 30 grams of protein, only 10 grams of fat.
So trying to pick something that is tasty, but you're still going to have that lower level of fat in it so that it still has the healthiest to it. I got a bunch of cans of tuna. I think tuna is like one of the simplest ways for me to get my protein in because it takes like 4 seconds for me to make it. A suggestion, a problem that happens with tuna a lot is that people meaning me, just like load tuna with mayo. So try to be conscious of how much you're using.
2 family packs of chicken.
Yeah, lots of chicken. I'm doing those for lunches and for dinner, so we have a lot in there. We're probably also going to freeze one of them so that we can stock up for a little bit longer. Cheese. I got this oatmeal because I don't like oatmeal, but I'm trying to incorporate it into my diet. But I'm going to be, what?
And getting to like transition from that to real oatmeal would be like a good step. But it helps with lowering cholesterol. It's also a good sustained carb source for energy throughout the day. It has fiber in it and it has a ton of nutrients in it.
And it's a slow digesting carb. It's a really good option for you. But I don't love the taste of regular oatmeal, so I got this one instead. The issue with this is that it has 14 grams of sugar in it, which isn't like the end of the world, and obviously again this is a healthier option than so many other things, but when you are grocery shopping, something to be mindful of is paying attention to that sugar label on there and seeing if it's something that you even really need to be worried about. Sometimes when you're looking at things and looking at the labels of something that you want compared to the packaging and maybe you think that it's better for you, sometimes the sugar isn't really that far off, so you might as well just get the one that you want. So I do actually have regular oatmeal too, but this only has 1 gram of sugar in it, if you can see that. So definitely, I got a couple different snack options. I got bananas. I also got peanut butter so that I could eat it with the bananas. And then I got nuts as well. You get mixed nuts, those might have a little bit more protein in them. Oranges, we got yogurt, we went through a couple bit of those. If you want more protein, you could definitely go for Greek yogurt. These are going to be used for my pre-workout. I'm just gonna eat one of them before I go work out in the morning. I didn't get salmon for my fish source like I said that I wanted to, but I did get shrimp. It is only a little bit and it's for one of my meals during the week that you saw, but that means that I'm at least going to get it in that once, and then I also have the tuna that I can use for that as well. I got a big bag of white rice. It's my go-to carb source. It's really good because it restores your glycogen stores, especially after you work out, and it's easily digestible. So I definitely recommend. It's one of my favorite things, and you can eat it with literally anything, any protein, whatever. Apples, lemons to put in my water. Not the apples. Don't put the apples in your water. Those are to eat with peanut butter. Okay, and then last but not least, I have a literal shit ton of egg whites. It's just pure protein instead of the cholesterol that comes in regular eggs. And I also just think it's, I don't know, it's easier. You just like pour some into a pan and then you make it real quick and it's good. So yeah. Overall, it was good experience. We got a lot of good stuff. I did get a lot for my money because I did go to Aldi. So definitely if you have Aldi or something like Aldi and budget is something that you are concerned about, it's a good option. And then anything that you can't get, you can always go to whatever grocery store you normally would. We like to go to Whole Foods just because it is more organic, but it is a little bit more expensive. So whatever works best for you, just don't let money be the reason that you're not eating healthy, because like, to be totally real, that's just an excuse. And it's totally possible to eat healthy food and do that on a budget. So we did get more than what I necessarily showed in the haul, just because we honestly haven't been grocery shopping in a really long time. So we had to get like household stuff and all of that. But including all of the household stuff and everything, our grand total was $181.38, and I'm proving it on the receipt. So like I said, you can eat for a good amount of money, and I mean $181, and this food will probably last us at least 2 weeks, at least. And I mean, how much would you spend if you were going out and eating fast food? If you're wanting to eat healthy and you don't know where to start, you can absolutely, you know, obviously follow what I just went through the grocery store. But again, I said it at the beginning, but just make sure that you are doing what works for you. I live with a bodybuilder, so we do a little bit more bodybuilder-esque things, but because I'm not personally a bodybuilder, I like to find healthy foods that I enjoy to eat. So that's why maybe things aren't 100% healthy all of the time, or it's like really the opposite extreme on the other end. So just find a way to make a healthy eating regimen that fits into your lifestyle. If you're interested in nutrition coaching, or if you want more advice on how to better make your diet, head over to jointhesjourney.com. I would be more than happy to just even talk with you if you have any questions or concerns. There's a section for any questions, or if you are interested in looking into diet planning, it's super affordable. So head over there. There's also personal training packages as well if you are interested in fitness, or we can go ahead and combine the two to get you the best results that you possibly can. So check that out. Other than that, follow us on Instagram at sttraining, or my personal is at s.e.rit. Wow, I couldn't say that for a second. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and then I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.